often the great generosity of people. It is a feature that continually amazes me. Some people are able to make large donations because, for whatever reason, they have the money and they're generous, they give. Others, we get regularly small amounts. And the generosity is no less because of the amount. We don't worry about that. But the donations continue to flow in, and that generosity amazes me. Our first reading this morning, Sunday, Jesus shows us how generous God is. In the parable of the vineyard owner paying the labourers, paid the last labourer the same as the first, and said, if I want to be generous with what I've got, then that's my business. So God is generous. We can be generous, and a lot of people are. And others might think that is foolish or naive, unwise, and not understand why we give. But that's not God's way. And if we say we are a follower of Christ, if we really believe that we are daughters and sons of God, and we are made like God, then generosity should flow from us as it does from God. God is generous. We only have to think of Jesus and the gospel story of the feeding of the 5,000. Fed the 5,000 from almost nothing, and there were heaps of food left over. So God is generous in all that he does. We only have to look at all that God has actually given to us. Each of us individually. What God has given to the earth. Just the peoples on earth. How many different peoples are there? How many different cultures? The diversity of culture, of language, of art, of food, of dance, of song. Just goes on and on. It's just unbelievably diverse. And people are still coming up with new ways of cooking, of dancing, of music, the diversity of plants, flowers, trees, bushes, many, many things, such diversity, such generosity from God to give. That generosity is what we try to live out in the mission office. From the generosity of all those people who give, many of whom may be yourselves, those funds are allocated overseas to people who need our help from those other diverse cultures and languages, different customs, different beliefs. So generosity is the only way that this office operates. Your generosity, people who give, and we fulfill the applications that people send in to us. And so the work goes on in all those key areas that we work in. Clean water, disadvantaged youth, health, helping missionaries, supporting seminarians and formation in other countries. It's all there. I just received an email this morning from one of our donors, and he was thankful for the work that we do. And I just want to quote a little bit from his email, where he says, as you offer your gifts, you are working with Jesus who told us. We're working with Jesus who told us, I have come that you may have life and have it to the full. As we give to others, we at the same time receive from God. He will never be outdone in generosity. This is a great insight. As we give, we receive. And we receive from God. God, as we give, God somehow fills our life. God is also giving gifts. And he will never be outdone in generosity. That is our God, and that is the God that we follow, the God that we try to work with, the God who has given us life, the God who works with us. This is one of the great mysteries to me about God. God chooses to work with us. And that God will never be outdone in generosity. So I hope that you continue on mission, that you continue to be generous in your life to those who need help, as we continue with the mission office to try to help those who need our assistance. So have a good day, continue on mission, and we'll be back again. Thank you.